were inside that chopper, but right early this morning around 9 a.m., the ATC seemed to have lost touch and contact with this chopper. It was, in fact, this Army Aviation Cheetah helicopter that was flying an operational sortie near Bomdila, Arunachal Pradesh, was reported to have lost contact with ATC at around 9:15 a.m. on 16th of March. Suryagni, for more on that. Suryagni, again, we believe villagers there had noticed this chopper crash and saw this wreckage and fire burning, have reported to the police in that area, and that's how we hear, and that's how this incident has even come to light in the first place, because the army had seemed to have lost complete contact with the chopper. There was no way to reach out to those people inside the chopper, and it's very unlikely that the people inside may have survived, isn't it?
Well, yes, and that is the saddest part of this entire incident. But how it is still unclear whether the two pilots who were flying this helicopter, whether they are alive or they are not. There hasn't, the Indian Army, the Eastern Command, still they haven't, come up on the fact that whether the two pilots who were flying this, whether they're alive or not, and the rescue operation is still on. So, as per Army sources, a joint operation has been launched. But the Army is, it's wrecking the entire area. They are trying to find whatever they can and rescue the two, the two pilots, even, and to see whether they are alive or not. In all probability, in a very short time from now, we might, the Indian Army might, give us more details on what actually led to this particular incident. However, what needs to be mentioned is that the weather was very, very foggy, and however, it's still not, the crash is still not related exactly with the weather, but foggy weather and this kind of a weather, in the past we have seen how this kind of a weather has been a reason for, these crashes and all. So in a short while from now, maybe the Army will disclose more information. As of now, what the Army is looking at is somehow, if these two are alive, to rescue them, to make sure medical facilities are produced. And
let's hope the rescue teams really reach out to see if there's any scope of the people inside the chopper being alive. But Suryagni, thank you very much for joining us on that. I'm going to cut across to some big breaking news coming in. All right, big update coming in from the Parliament. Both houses have been adjourned until tomorrow. Rahul Gandhi appeared at the House, appeared at the Lok Sabha. He wanted to be part of the proceedings and said, if I'm allowed to speak, I will say what I think. And the stage was set by the Congress to respond to the BJP. But here it appears that the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha has now been adjourned until tomorrow. Rahul Gandhi is most likely to address a press conference today. Both houses have been adjourned. And that said, Rahul is all set to brief the media on what he intended to speak. Hopefully that's probably going to be the agenda as part of that presser. He will be speaking on the kind of showdown that's relayed in the Parliament over the last few days on his name. Now, amid the showdown over Rahul Gandhi's remarks, Rahul's big address to come by, we're going to wait and see what time that is. But we hear Rahul Gandhi is all set to make a media address, and he will be speaking on what was said inside the Parliament. Let me cut across to a little earlier. Rahul Gandhi, when he reached the Parliament, he was asked by reporters there on whether he would apologize as per BJP's demands. Here's what he said to that.
Rahul sir, do you want to say something, sir? Government is demanding for your apology, sir.
Yeah, if they allow me to speak in Parliament, then I will say what I think.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Rahul sir, do you want to say something, sir? Government is demanding for your apology, sir.
Yeah, if they allow me to speak in Parliament, then I will say what I think.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
All right, Supriya Bharadwaj joining us on the phone line. Supriya, tell us more. Rahul Gandhi arrived in the Parliament. He was looking forward to make a statement, but it appears that both houses have now been adjourned.
Well, right now the information that we are getting is that Rahul Gandhi met Speaker of Lok Sabha, Mr. Birla. Mr. Gandhi even went ahead and spoke to Mr. Birla and said, what time, this is what Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, the leader of Congress party in Lok Sabha, has told the media just now. He has said that Mr. Gandhi went and met Mr. Birla and said that his name was taken by the BJP MPs And again and again, they were saying that he has to respond, and he wants to defend. He wants to come out and defend and tell what exactly happened. Nowhere he has. Congress is saying no. There is no question of apology. So this is what Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary has just told the media, that Rahul Gandhi has met the Lok Sabha Speaker. Also, the information that we're getting from the Congress's portal is that Mr. Gandhi is all set to address a press conference. It's most likely the press conference is going to take place today itself, and in coming few hours. So he is going to speak to the media and will tell as to what exactly happened and what is his side of the story. So these are two breaking news coming in. First being that Rahul Gandhi has actually met the Speaker of Lok Sabha, Mr. Birla, and second being that most likely he's going to address the media in a short while.
All right, Rahul Gandhi there. He appeared at the Parliament briefly. He is said to have met with the Lok Sabha Speaker, and even before the House could resume, it appears that they've announced that it's adjourned until tomorrow. So, Priya, what was that conversation that he had with the Speaker? Yet again, do tell us a little more if Rahul intended to speak in the Parliament. What was that conversation he had with the Speaker?
Your apology, sir.
This is what Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary has informed the media outside, and he has said that Rahul Gandhi met the Speaker and has said that the BJP MPs and leaders are actually taking his name and leveling allegations, and he also has a right to speak. There is a rule in the House that if some MP's name is taken, then he has a right to defend and put out his side of the story. So Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary told the media that Rahul Gandhi went and sought time from the Speaker that he wants to speak in Lok Sabha. He wants to keep his side of the story, and there has been continuous attack from the BJP on his name. So he should be also heard. He should be given time to give his side of the story, is what Adhir Ranjan told to the media persons outside. This is what exactly happened. More details are coming in as to what happened in that meeting. But yes, one thing is for sure that Mr. Gandhi has met the Speaker of Lok Sabha, Mr. Birla, and he has actually sought time to basically speak in the House, Lok Sabha.
All right, so he's basically sought time to speak inside the Lok Sabha, but unfortunately for him, the Lok Sabha is adjourned. Let me cut across to Rahul Gandhi. When he arrived in the Parliament, he was, of course, showered with questions by reporters asking if he would apologize. Here was his response. Listen in.
Rahul sir, do you want to say something, sir? Government is demanding for your apology, sir.
Yeah, if they allow me to speak in Parliament, then I will say what I think.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Rahul sir, do you want to say something, sir? Government is demanding for your apology, sir.
Yeah, if they allow me to speak in Parliament, then I will say what I think.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
A lot of Congress leaders had spoken right from the start of the day, targeting the Modi government. Mallikarjun Kharge also spoke on the lines. Let's listen in what he had said a little earlier.
सरकार के लोग चर्चा नहीं चाहते, सदन में उस मसले को हम उठाना नहीं, इसीलिए उन्होंने ये शुरू किया कि राहुल गांधी जी माफी मांगो। अरे राहुल गांधी जी राज्यसभा के मेंबर तो नहीं है, और राहुल गांधी जी जब हाउस में रहेंगे वो डटकर मुकाबला करेंगे, रिप्लाई देंगे, कोई डरने की बात नहीं है। तुम खुद एंटी डेमोक्रेटिक हो, किसकी बात सुनते नहीं हो, तो एक अनडेमोक्रेटिक मैन डेमोक्रेटिकली काम करने वाले को अगर ऐसा कहते हैं तो इस विषय को हम कंडम करते हैं और हम इस विषय पे लड़ते रहेंगे।
All right, there you have the Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge, who said they're not allowed to speak inside the House. It's unfortunate. This is the way Modi government is, and this is how opposition voice is suppressed. Rahul Gandhi, in fact, is said to have met with the Lok Sabha Speaker. He even asked for time. He said, I want to speak. I want to respond to all those allegations leveled against me. Give me time to speak. And just as we expected the House to resume, and it appears that both houses of the Parliament has now been adjourned till tomorrow. And this comes when the Congress came in all smiles and with full spirit, saying that we are all set to respond to all the BJP's allegations today. Rahul Gandhi, who was missing for the last 3 days in the Parliament, finally arrived at 12:30. The House was already adjourned, and now he waited until 2 for the House to resume, but it appears the House is adjourned till tomorrow. Rahul Gautam, our reporter, joining us live for more on that. Rahul, Rahul Gandhi has appeared in the parliament. He waited for the House to resume. Unfortunately for him, even though he asked time from the Speaker to allow him to speak, the House, even before it started, was adjourned until tomorrow.
Absolutely, and this is what we are learning from our sources, that Rahul Gandhi wanted to speak inside the parliament about the allegations that are being leveled against him, that he had defamed country on a foreign soil. But because of the fact that both the houses have already been adjourned, now Congress party decided that Rahul Gandhi will be addressing a press conference at 3 p.m. at AICC headquarters. Now expect that Rahul Gandhi will be issuing rebuttals, he'll be coming, he'll be responding to all the allegations that are being leveled against him as to how, he had defamed and insulted and demeaned the Indian democracy on a foreign soil. Remember, for the past 3 days, senior ministers of the BJP, are doing press conferences, in fact, attacking Rahul Gandhi, saying that, his actions have actually demeaned the very dignity of our democratic institutions. And therefore, Rahul Gandhi owe an apology to this nation, to which Congress party has been making very clear that Rahul Gandhi has not defamed the country. In fact, he was only speaking about the ground realities that are prevailing in the country. So you can expect that Rahul Gandhi will now be, certainly hitting back at, BJP leaders, and would certainly, describe as to how he was, only speaking about, or he was only putting things in perspective about the, current alleged onslaught on democratic institutions. And they expect that this war of words is certainly going to escalate in coming days.
Rahul Gandhi and team, the Congress itself came in with much spirit and enthusiasm today, all smiles. Manikam Tagore put out a tweet saying, wait until 11 a.m. Anurag Thakur, Smriti Irani. It was almost intending to be a spicy face-off inside the parliament, with Rahul Gandhi wanting to speak as well. But the House is adjourned, so it's now left hanging. The entire issue will be dealt with tomorrow. Rahul Gandhi, we believe, is supposed to be holding a press conference at 3 p.m. What's the likelihood? Where is this going to happen?
Well, absolutely. It has been confirmed now at 3 p.m. Rahul Gandhi will be holding a press conference at AICC headquarters. Remember, when he arrived at Parliament this morning, at that point of time also, he, when reporters asked whether he's going to speak inside the House, to which he says that if they are going to permit me, then I would certainly speak my mind. But given the fact that Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, both houses have been adjourned, and therefore, Rahul Gandhi and Congress party deemed fit to address a press conference at this point of time, because of the fact that the BJP is going hammer and tong on Rahul Gandhi, clearly putting in a narrative that how Rahul Gandhi had gone to a foreign university to a foreign country with a clear-cut intention to lower the dignity of Indian democratic institutions, and how he had in fact demeaned the very democracy to which Rahul Gandhi and other politicians hold in very high regard. So therefore, the Congress party thought that it is absolutely fit for Rahul Gandhi to address a PC at this point of time, given the fact that the BJP is in full attack mode. They, for past 3 days, I was telling earlier also, senior BJP leaders have been fielded by the Fight Party to attack Rahul Gandhi. And in fact, given the fact that Congress Party felt that since they are trying to create this narrative, and therefore we should deflect this criticism as to that Rahul Gandhi had in fact defamed the country. Therefore, Rahul Gandhi will now be addressing this press conference. Obviously, you can expect that he would be putting things in a clear perspective. He would try to, send out this message that his intention was not to defame the country. His intention was only to, speak ground realities that are prevailing in that country, and that's what he did when he was engaged in those foreign, engagements in London during his foreign visit.
All right. At this point, Rahul Gandhi, we know, is all set to address the parliament at 3 p.m. This is the latest update that we get. Rahul Gandhi, in fact, the Congress saying is Rahul Gandhi is a sher. He's going to respond to all those allegations leveled against him. In fact, the Congress on the whole trying to glorify what Rahul Gandhi did. He spoke extensively about India and Indian democracy being dead, and asking for foreign sources or the United States and the EU to involve or keep a check on the Indian democracy that's undone. These are the words that he said which the BJP has taken serious offense to, saying that this is a bid to defame India on an international stage, asking for foreign interference on internal matters of India. This is not right and it's unconstitutional. He must apologize. And this was what the logjam that was witnessed inside the parliament for the last 3 days, the fourth day today and counting. Tomorrow, let's hope there will be a more fruitful discussion going forward. Big news as an army aviation Cheetah helicopter, we believe, has crashed in Arunachal Pradesh. The army helicopter flying an operational sortie near Bomdila, Arunachal Pradesh, was reported to have lost contact with the air traffic control at around 9:15 a.m. on 16th of March. That's this morning. And at 12:30 p.m., information was received from villagers from Bangjalep, that's the area. Bangjalep villagers have informed the Dirang police station that a crashed chopper was located and it's still burning. Search and rescue teams of the army, the SSB and the police have already left for the spot. As of now, no photos have been received. In fact, but the images that we see here are file shots that we show you. We do not have any pictures yet, but this is an army chopper and we're really worried for the people who are inside. Unlikely that they may have survived. That's what our reporter tells us. The weather today also is quite foggy. Visibility was minimum. We see that this army chopper has lost control at around 9:15 a.m. this morning. The Army Aviation Cheetah helicopter flying an operational sortie near Bomdila, Arunachal Pradesh, reportedly has crashed. Cutting across to my colleague Shiv Arur for more on that. Shiv, tell us more about this the helicopter that's crashed early this morning. Who may have been inside?
Nabila, we have a confirmation that the helicopter was being flown by two pilots, which is the regular number of crew that flies this helicopter. This is a Cheetah helicopter that was flying west of Bomdila, which is a high altitude area not very far from the Tawang sector of Arunachal Pradesh. This particular helicopter was on a routine sortie and when it lost contact about 9:15 this morning. Now, the two pilots on board were a major and a lieutenant colonel. So mid-level officers who were flying this particular Cheetah. We don't know just yet what happened to the helicopter, apart from the fact that it lost contact with the ground controllers, a little after 9 o'clock this morning. The helicopter itself, Nabila, was on a routine sortie. Helicopters fly in these areas quite a bit for patrolling, for logistics, for troop transport, transferring materials. Now, the Cheetah is a very light helicopter. It's a single-engine helicopter, which makes it, even more risky to fly, because there isn't a second engine to sort of save the helicopter, as it were, in case one of them fails. So the Cheetah has been the subject matter of a great deal of controversy for a very long time in the Indian Army, because the Indian Army and the Indian Air Force have been looking to replace these very old helicopters for a long time. These helicopters belong to an older generation. Even though the airframes themselves may not be that old, the technology, the navigation systems, etc., are quite old. So there has been an effort to replace these helicopters for a very, very long time, and that hasn't happened. So each crash, each accident that happens in this way is a tragic reminder of the lack of urgency and the lack of pace with which defense modernization by and large happens in this country. But the big focus right now will be on the search and rescue teams trying to get to the wreckage site. In helicopter accidents, unfortunately, there is no ejection mechanism. It's very difficult for the crew to get out unscathed. The search and rescue teams, Nabila, very likely fearing the worst at this time. Obviously, prayers are still on, but there's a major and a lieutenant colonel on board that helicopter. And we hope by some miracle they may have survived. But I can tell you that in helicopter crashes, especially in these, forbidding border areas, they're very, very difficult to survive. There have been very few occasions in which pilots have walked away with injuries from such accidents. One always has a prayer, and we'll have to wait to hear from the search and rescue teams now.
Highly unfortunate, Shiv. Thank you very much for joining us on that. Two of them on board still missing as search and rescue operations have been fully launched. We're going to get you more details on that. You could log on to indiatoday.in. You can also download our app for more on that. For now, stay with us. Our India Today Entertainment Special coming up next.
हाँ सुनीता बोलो।
दरवाजे के बाहर खड़ी हूँ मैडम।
एक सेकंड। सेंड।
खुल गया मैडम।
Open doors from anywhere. The remote from Hefala Digital Locks comes with offline technology. Welcome to the future. Hefala, let's reimagine.
India Today Conclave 2023, March 17th and 18th, New Delhi. Listen to Oscar awardee Natu Natu's Ram Charan. The India Moment.
Traveling from different parts.
Armed with facts,
Looking at political back.
she takes the news by its horns.
Do you think the future of these students are not hampered?
Fierce, bold, and direct, setting the tone for the bigger stories. From every corner and every angle. Expect nothing but the unfiltered truth.
News first, niceties later. Watch me, Nabila Jamal, on India Today.